In the whimsical world of Freda, a part-time animal-themed nail artist sharing a moldy apartment with her bestie Jess, dreams of better days seem far-fetched. But our day takes an exciting turn when Slater King, the billionaire CEO of King Tech, pops up on her TV. Oh, Slater, not just any CEO. He's now a reformed bad boy tuning in with his inner zen after some questionable choices. In a shocking twist, he passes the corporate reins to his CFO, Vic Mahoney, and zooms off to an island he now owns to mend his soul. Amid all this, Freda gets lost reminiscing about that time she met the charming Slater at a swanky gala. Time flies when you're stuck in nostalgia, right? Cue the dramatic dash to work after missing her bus, where with puppy eyes and charm, she pleads for mercy from her boss. Phew, saved by the bell, or rather, her boss's last ounce of patience. What a night for Freda. She should have been just a shadow at the exclusive Slater King Gala. Yet, fate had a different plan. As the evening winds down, Jess, being the sweetheart she is, hands Freda a stunning dress for the cocktail party. But as they make their glamorous entrance, whoops, Freda takes a tumble that turns all heads her way. And guess who rushes to her rescue? None other than Slater King himself. Slater is all charm and kindness, helping Freda up and not just stopping there. He whisks her away, introducing her to his inner circle. There's Vic, the hotshot new CEO, Rich Stein, the endlessly wise therapist, and Cody, the culinary wizard of a childhood friend. Then we meet Camila, the brainy app developer, Stan the unshakable security chief, DJ Tom spinning the decks, and Sarah, the reality show star who lights up the screen. What started as a slip ended up as Freda's grand entrance into Slater's glittering world. Imagine this. After a rollicking time and countless glasses of champagne, Slater, the master of ceremonies, invites Freda and Jess to continue the party at his private island. Enthralled, they hop aboard his luxe jet, where the feast continues mid-air. Hours later, they touch down on Slater's private paradise and are whisked away to a mansion so lavish, it makes Buckingham Palace look modest.
Once there, Stacy, ever the wellness guru, snatches up everyone's phones for a digital detox. Slater then shows Freda to a room that could rival a royal suite and, after leaving her to freshen up, joins the dudes for a poolside chill.
Freda, now alone, luxuriates in a soothing bath, then spritzes on some fancy Desideria perfume laid out for her. As she's getting dolled up, in comes an elderly maid to tidy up. But wait, the maid stops dead in her tracks, eyes wide as saucers. She knows Freda. What's the deal here? Guess we'll have to find out.
So, picture this, Freda is chilling out when suddenly, someone bizarrely calls her Red Rabbit, which, honestly, just sends a wave of confusion over the waitress. But hey, no time to dwell on that. Freda slips into a trendy swimsuit laid out for her, stepping out to see Jess and the gang all matchy-matchy in the same gear. They're lounging by the pool, catching rays, and puffing some weed, just your typical chill morning, right? Meanwhile, Freda and Sarah are giving each other the side eye, each vying for Slater's attention. I'm talking a full-on silent battle royale. And what's a day without a romantic stroll? Slater whisks Freda off, showing her the exotic Desideria flowers. They bump into a hustling Stacy, who's all over the place trying to keep everyone happy. Fast forward to dinner, and the plot thickens. Everyone's dolled up, seated around this grand table, candles flickering, creating just the right vibes. And they were throwing jabs, having good fun, especially poking at Vic about his mysterious missing pinky. But hey, Vic's not spilling the beans tonight, folks.
Hold on to your hats, folks, because things at this party went from zero to psychedelic real quick. Imagine everyone buzzing from a trippy cannabis concoction, shaking their booties until dawn. But here's where it gets weird. After all that revelry, Freda finds the stain on her dress has mysteriously vanished. Did she change? Who knows? It's a real head scratcher. Next day, while everyone's lounging by the pool, Freda's eyeing the old maid, who's casually collecting snakes. Yes, snakes in the garden. Just an ordinary day, right? As the days roll on, it's a rinse and repeat of chill days and wild nights. But hold up, there's a plot twist. One night, Freda hangs out with Slater. He's all praise for her cute animal-themed nail polish and then, boom, he spots a mysterious scar on her fingers. The plot thickens. The morning after, things take another turn for the bizarre. Freda wakes up with dirt under her nails. Spooky much? She's clueless but brushes it off. Folks, you can't make this stuff up. What a wild ride.
In a turn of events straight out of a wild party playbook, Freda ventured into Slater's room, on a mission to return his vaporizer. Who does she bump into? None other than Dr. Rich, who bizarrely pretends they've never met and does a whole reintroduction routine before grabbing a mysterious red gift bag and ducking out. Fast forward, and we find Freda and Slater deep in convo, much to Sarah's irritation. Slater, floating in his own blissful bubble, admits he's lost track of what day it is but assures Freda she's free to jet whenever she pleases. As the party cranks back up, the fun train seems unstoppable. That is until a piercing cry for help slices through the beats. They track the scream to find Jess in a showdown with a snake, which, luckily, Slater, the impromptu snake wrestler, manages to subdue. Normal party services resume, but Freda pulls a shaken Jess to the side. Amidst the dance tracks and laughter, Jess spills, shaken to her core, confessing a gnawing, terrible feeling about the whole scene. Well, what a whirlwind of events at a supposedly relaxing getaway. Poor Jess is rattled and begs to leave after a series of unnerving incidents, but her bestie Freda pleads for her to stay and soak up some luxury. Trying to shake it off, Jess retires, only to end up with a mysterious nosebleed. Come morning, Freda's stroll turns bizarre when she stumbles upon a room bursting with red gift bags, and yes, each one bursting with Desideria perfumes. Just as she's puzzling it all out, she catches the old maid's sinking shots, but twist. It's snake venom, folks. Bolting from the room, Freda wakes the next day feeling like she's been hit by a truck, noticeably under the weather, yet still fronts a smile at breakfast. Meanwhile, the men escape to fish, leaving the women to relax, if you can call it that after a start like this.
Back at the mansion as the women get pedicures, Freda suddenly realizes that Jess is nowhere to be seen and freaks out. She is more troubled when the other ladies claim that they don't even know Jess. She runs around the ground asking the staff about her missing best friend, to no avail. Freda then runs to Jess's room, finds it to be a storage room and realizes that there's no trace of Jess anywhere. Sarah follows Freda into Jess's room and after hearing her account admits that she too feels uneasy. As they talk, the women realize that none of the women know the men well and regret being swayed by the glitz and glamour and accompanying them to a foreign island. Freda takes Sarah to the gift bag storage, shows her the perfumes and gives her a drink of the snake venom. The ladies figure out that the perfume causes memory lapses and that the snake's venom is the antidote. They then decide to keep on pretending to be none the wiser, mix the venom with vodka and
what a whirlwind. So, there's Camila and Heather, sipping on some dangerously laced vodka. Suddenly, Stacy crashes the party, rocks a few drinks, then darts out to run errands, hinting that the men are en route. Meanwhile, Freda's on a secret mission in Slater's room, swiping phones while Sarah keeps watch by the pool. But, oh no, the phones are dead. Just as Sarah signals trouble, Freda's scrambling to cover up her tracks discovers a chilling gallery of photos, men, including Slater, with a sinister red gift box. Cue the panic. As Slater enters, Freda dives under the desk, nosebleed and all, haunted by fragments of the night's horrors. Echoes of screams, a brutal revelation of assault, and the shocker? Jess remembered it all and took lethal action.
oh, what an evening unfolds at the mansion. Here's Freda, slipping quietly away to weep about her best friend's tragic past, grappling with her own dark memories of torment. But, hold on, she's a trooper, repressing those gruesome flashes and slinking back to dinner as if nothing happened. As the plates clink, she whispers her harrowing secrets to Sarah, her confidant across the table. Suddenly, as she sits beside Lucas, a whiff of Desideria perfume hits her. Bam! He's in the same boat, another silent sufferer, right there beside her. No room for gloom though, as Freda, perhaps in a bid to distract herself or simply to feel alive, bursts into a spontaneous dance. Sarah's right there with her, and soon, it's an all-out shimmy fest with Heather and Camila jumping aboard. What starts in whispers ends in laughter, the men can't help but join, and the tabletops turn into dance floors. Meanwhile, as if stolen from a drama script, poor Stacy elsewhere in the mansion faces her own battles, nosebleed strikes, and a rush of haunting memories floods in, a stark contrast to the jubilation downstairs. Back in the dining hall, amidst the revelry, Sarah, Freda, Heather, and Camila keep the beats high and their spirits higher despite the undercurrents of their earlier sorrows. Life, in its quirky turns, shows the party must go on.
Hold onto your hats because this tale takes a turn for the wildly chaotic. One moment, it's just nosebleeds and bad memories, the next, bam. Camila goes rogue, shoving poor Tom right into the pool. And just when you think it can't get any more bonkers, Heather goes full gladiator on Vic using a rock, no less. Meanwhile, Stan decides it's his turn to up the ante, fatally shooting Heather and giving chase to Freda into the spookiest of woods. Just when Stan's about to fire, Sarah swoops in, heroically thwacking him with a brick. What a save. Amid all this pandemonium, Lucas, bless his soul, is doing his utmost, dragging all the wounded into Slater's villa. He's not alone in his rescue mission. Cody and Slater are handling Camila, who's screaming like it's the end of the world. Slater, in a desperate bid for some quiet, ends her turmoil permanently. Yikes. But wait, there's more. Freda stumbles upon a collection of victim photos in Slater's room, hers included. Before she can digest this horrifying discovery, Stacy appears with some disturbing suggestions, leading to Freda fighting back with a life-saving stab. Talk about a whirlwind of emotions and a fight for survival. Hold on to your hats. So here's what happens. Freda shows Sarah her treasure trove of pictures and lets her in on a little secret. Her memory's been wiped, but surprise surprise, she's been at this mansion before last year. Cue the dramatic music. The plot thickens as our duo march to the villa. Sarah takes cover in the mysterious woods, while Freda boldly knocks on the door. But the twist? As soon as Lucas peeks out, bam, he and Cody are met with Sarah's deadly aim. Inside, Freda tangles with Slater, who's puffing on his vaporizer like it's his lifeline, trying to chill out amid the chaos. He spills the beans. He's got the hots for Freda and her edgy red rabbit nail art, and oh, she chopped off Vic's pinky in a heroic escape last year. Suddenly, Slater admits his public apology was a sham and dropping a bombshell. Forgetting ain't so bad. Meanwhile, our sharpshooter Sarah starts popping shots from the shadows, forcing Slater to play hero. He dashes out, captures her and, boom, drags her back kicking and screaming. But just when you think it's curtains for Sarah, Slater has a meltdown, tripping into a daze. Talk about a cliffhanger.